Oh, what's going on out there, YouTube land again? We're back again, Joe Rancid Orange. Today, what we're going to be covering is the Kbox 120 by Kangertech. And there it is. So, I already took it out of the box because I used it yesterday and today. So, I can take it out of the box again. Or not really. Okay, so what we're going to do, take it out of the box. These are going to be the contents of the box. They give you these black strips in here. There's 4 of them. These actually go on your batteries. If I peel them apart, I really don't care. I have like 6, 7, 8 batteries, 18650s. That you can stick one of these onto your battery. So in the back door of the Kbox, which we'll get into too, so it would actually color coordinate with your batteries, but who really cares, you know? You have the product of authenticity if you want to. I never really do that. I go to my stuff from myvaporstore.com, so if it is a clone, I really don't care, you know. You have your big, long, short, actually. You have your short instructional booklet. You can read it if you feel like it, or you cannot. The smartest thing to do, I mean, everything is supposed to be safety, battery safety, everything like that. So my suggestion is actually to read this if you're new to vaping. But if you are new to vaping, I don't think you would go out and buy a Kbox 120 out the cut, you know? And then that's pretty much it. And that was the concept of the box. So this goes in there without the dripper on there. Right now I'm still using the Wismec by Jabo dripper. And I'm also using the Kangertech sub tank, which I will switch off because I want to show you something about it. So right out of the box, I'll take this off here. Right out of the box. It's really clean finish. You have different options, white, red, black, and I think that might be it, to tell you the truth. But so this does not come with batteries, so what you're going to actually have to do is buy your own batteries as well. So this comes out of the box without these batteries being in here. This takes dual 18650 batteries. Positive, negative, positive, negative. Batteries go in like a boss. You're quick to vape. So the thing with this too, you have the back battery panel is for battery venting. You have the K, which I was talking about with the stickers if you want to put my battery, and you also have this nice punched hole, hopefully you can see it, the K in the panel, and then Kangertech on this side. So the way that this goes in, it just slides in, no problem. Slides in, clips in. Unlike the Subbox Mini, that one had magnets, which was only a one solo 18650 battery. Okay, so what I just did there, I got in comparison to the old Kbox Mini and the Kbox 120. Whoop, that doesn't work out. So as you can tell, this is almost double the size, obviously, almost, because you need dual 18650s in this one and a single 18650 in this one. All right, we'll put that aside for right now, and then we're going to talk about the specs of everything that actually goes on with this. The 120 and the 200 watt version of the Kbox device actually is the same exact thing. So if you read through this manual, the short manual, it's actually built for the 120 and the 200 manual, so it's essentially the same thing. If your preference is 200 watts and you need 200 watts, then that's with you, you know. I wanted to choose the 120 because I'm coming out of the 50 watt stage, which was this, the Kbox Mini, and then I find myself still running only up to 50 watts with my dripper right now because that's comfortable for me. It might be not comfortable for you. Every vapor is different. So for the exterior, we already learned about the battery door. It says Kbox 120 on the top here. You have the spring-loaded 510 pin. Unlike before with the Kbox Mini, it's not spring-loaded, so this works really good. So any tank that I throw on here, any dripper, RDA, spring-loaded, what does that actually mean, right? So someone's probably asking that. So there's that gold pin that's inside there. Gold-plated, brass-plated, whatever you want to call it. So it actually goes in when you screw your tank or clearomizer, cartomizer, tank. I said tank twice in that sentence. And RDA, anything on here. So it fits really nice and flush across the top, which we will do too. So on the front too, you have different buttons here. You have the fire button up top, and then you have the up wattage and the down wattage, and you have a charger USB for charging. What I would recommend is actually buying a battery charger for your 18650s that go with this, because I really don't trust. I'm not like hating on any company or anything like that. I do trust charging it from here, but I bring my own batteries. Not that I make my own batteries. I bring numerous batteries with me because I just don't trust charging in here. I don't want to mess with anything. Who knows what could go wrong? You know what I'm saying? So I like to charge my own batteries and my own battery charger that's over there, and I'm way too lazy to get up and do it. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go and get up close and personal with the pros and the cons of the Kanger 120 and 200 watt version of this versus the Kbox Mini versus whatever you're vaping on in the first place. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Okay, so now we're back here. Now you guys can see the other side of my kitchen and my Captain Crunch that's over there, and my paper towels and stuff like that. Okay, so this is up close and personal, right? So with the screen, you have the fire button on the left, where my left thumb is, fire button. You have the up wattage and the down wattage, and you have the charging USB, in which I didn't actually like it. It's hard to see. I hope maybe you can. But right out of the box, there's a little blemish here where the red paint actually didn't go into the stainless steel or whatever this is actually made of. But that's a story for another day. So what you'll see now, there's no atomizer on it. It's 999 reading ohms and 0 volts, 51 watts, which I had it set at. So the specs that you can actually do with this thing, you can do different things, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to hold these two buttons down, the wattage up, and the fire button is going to actually change the display. So I like to leave it at the other way because I feel like it conserves my battery better. I feel like there's more pixels actually being drawn from my battery doing that. So I like to leave it like that. So positive wattage up, and the fire button changes the display from the clear black to the white. So let's hold the wattage down and the fire button. Let's see what happens. Absolutely nothing. Nothing right now. Okay, so what you can also do is you can hold the wattage up and wattage down button, and it's actually going to flip the screen. So if you're left-handed or right-handed, whatever you like to vape in, I'm actually left-handed. Not that you guys even care or give any shits at all about that. But if you are left-handed, leave it in the comments below so we can be left-handed together. So we're going to flip it back again, holding the wattage up, wattage down button, and it's going to flip it back, right? So what you see is previously I was using Wismac Jabo, an RDA here, and I have a story for another day. I don't want to do the review on this right now, but it's a dual 28 gauge Kanthal. I'm too lazy to take it off. It's reading at about 0.4 ohms. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this tank off here, and we're going to put it on the 120, right? So let me explain. So we're looking at 999. Let's see if I can do this so you guys can actually see this. So I'm not messing with anything or anything like that. So we're gonna put this tank on here, and look, I know guaranteed that this is not 0.41 because I wrap all my coils and everything like that. So that's weird that it's actually saying that, right? Another thing that I'll have to do with the buttons, I'll show you how to lock it in after this reads correctly. So I don't know why it does that, because now it's reading the wrong resistance and it's going to mess everything up. It's going to burn my coils, it's going to burn my cotton, everything along those lines, right? And it's funny because it will still fire like that, even though that is the incorrect version. So what we're going to do is, not that I really want to, but we're going to unscrew it, right? So it says 9.99. Hopefully you guys can see that. We're going to put it back in, hit the fire button, and it's not going to work with me today, obviously. So, Jesus Christ. So we're going to unscrew it again. We're going to re-screw it back in till it says till it doesn't say that. Okay, there we go, finally. Holy fucking shit. So no cola, yes, right? So I'm going to say yes, and now it went to 0.56. Imagine that. Kangertech, get your life together. Now, I don't know what the real deal is with that. Like, I only knew that because I watched other YouTube reviews. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make my own review on this because Sorry, OCD. Sorry about that. I'm gonna make my own review on this because I don't want people to burn up their cotton, burn up their coils, reading the wrong resistance, and then your chip in there is going, oh, I'm gonna do this, and the tank is like, no, don't do that, you know? Okay, so another thing that I like to do too is you hold all three of these buttons, right? All three at the same time. Ready? Count with me on three. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and hold them. You guys ready? You guys are really thinking about it too. Okay, ready? So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, hold all three of them, and it's gonna say lock on the screen. So, what does that actually mean? Oh, is it locked? It can't fire? Oh, yes, it can. No, it won't change any of the watts. And this is kind of cool for me because in my car, when I put this down, in a holder that I actually have, that fits in my car, which is funny. It fits perfectly, but the wattage down actually changes the watts all the way down to almost nothing. So when I pick it up while I'm driving and I'm getting nothing out of it. So now it's locked, so I can't change up or down. I can still fire it, which is fine. That's what I actually wanted to do in the first place, you know. So what I wanted to do too, I wanted to do kind of like a side-by-side comparison of the screen because I've been so used to these two screens, right? So as you can already see right off the bat, that the Kbox Mini, the screen is just so illuminated that you can see so good. You can see the volts. Oh, I don't have the tank. I should get another tank. But it registers the volts when you press the fire button, and you can actually see it perfectly, right? So on the right-hand side, we're going to do the Kbox 120. Watch the volts if you can, if this comes out good. See, it kind of like scrambles. You have no clue what that even said as I held that down like that. So now it's saying 3.39, 3.38. Like if watching volts is not your thing, then I mean that's good on you. I like to like thoroughly invest my time into figuring out what's really going on and knowing everything that I can. So I like to watch a lot of stuff. Not that I'm watching this while I'm vaping, but you get what I'm saying, right? So the whole cons thing of the coil when you're putting on a new tank, and I switched my tanks from drippers to 2 different tanks. That's what I have now. And it's kind of annoying where it's not asking me if it's a new coil or is it, you know, and you saw that I put it on registering the wrong resistance of the previous coil, right? So I'm on 20 watts, right? We have it locked in, so I'm good, realistically. So I'm doing a Kanger sub tank up in here with the RBA for rebuildable atomizer in here. So that's what I'm working with now. So let's see how she vapes on this. You guys already saw in the previous video of the vape tricks for making a tornado when I was using the rebuildable drippable atomizer. Is that what it's even called? Sounds good to me, right? With that can push. It can push a lot of stuff. So I know, yeah, like, oh my god, like Rancid Orange, like why are you using like 20 watts when you have 120 watt? Because that's just my thing, like right now. With this tank, with this build, with this juice, it all depends on what your preference is. Okay, so let's take it back out and then we'll show her how she vapes, as they say. Really nice. I mean, the flavor is so good. I mean, this isn't a tank review, but like this mod is so good. It really is. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the red, actually. This is totally my fault. I like the white because it was like Stormtrooper colors, you know. It looked really cool, and it doesn't look shitty. I'm not gonna lie. When you drop it, and I've dropped this thing everywhere, like as you can see on the bottom of this one. You know, the battery door comes flying off, the battery goes underneath the toilet stall, and you're like, hey bro, can you pass me my 18650? And they're like, what? You know, okay, that never actually happened. But, you know, this mod is really nice. It's really pocket friendly, and it's really hand friendly. And I don't even have big hands, I'm not gonna lie, as you can tell. So like, it's really hand friendly in the hand. Really nice. So this thing's pretty badass, man. Like if you're looking for stepping up your game, and you're coming out of like a small vape pen or like a Kbox Mini or an E-Leaf iStick, like a low like 50 watt or below, 60 watt or below. I mean, like, as you see, like, I wasn't running high watts, but man, if you're concerned about battery life and everything like that, this is what you want to do, man. You want to go with Kbox 120 or the 200 watt. If you want to save money, go with the 120. I bought this for 40 bucks off of myvaporstore.com, and it was priceless, as they say. Or they don't say that, actually. I don't think they do. So that's what I would suggest. The battery life is awesome. It shows, I think 5 battery life? I don't know, whatever. So the battery life is awesome on this. So you have the... I've been using this thing for almost 2 days now, and I'm like a chain vapor. So we're only at like 3/4 battery percentage gone. But this thing is wrecks, man. I'm telling you. If you are like, if you have to change your batteries out, like a single 18650, or charge it after like 4 hours of usage, even though your batteries are almost brand new that you bought, and you know the battery drainage is not that low. And this thing, like, I don't have to worry about that anymore as of right now, you know. So I have numerous batteries, they charge all the time, but I haven't even replaced these batteries since I got this thing. And this is going on about 2 days, about 48 hours now. And you always want to, battery safety, maybe there'll be another video I'll do later on, but you always want to marry your batteries too. Not that you're an ordained minister and you're actually going to marry the actual batteries together with each other, but on my other batteries, like I have, the other ones that I do use are labeled as 1 and 1, so I know which ones are what. So I always charge those together. I always charge these two together on top of that. So it's consistent. So one's not as shitty as the other one. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much. So let's break down the basics of the whole review. The pros, man, this thing is awesome. Not gonna lie, everything is really good. I have really no cons besides the actual screen itself, because I was so used to a different mod before of the Kbox Mini. The screen on the Kbox Mini is really small, but I really liked how the numbers, everything lit out really good. This one kind of seems like awkward, like as if you were wearing like polarized sunglasses. If you guys can actually relate to what I'm saying, if you have this mod, I don't know why you'd be watching this review if you have the mod itself. But it's kind of like when you have polarized glasses and you're looking into the water and you're seeing the reflection and whatnot. And it's kind of annoying to me, I'm not going to lie. But this thing really kicks ass, I'm not going to lie. I really like it. So did I even say about the cons? Yeah, I mean, like, I guess I did it before, but the cons aren't so high. I would recommend this, I really would, to anyone, of course. What I would not recommend is buying the red one. I'm sorry, Kangertech. But the red one gets fingerprinty, it gets slippery, it's just weird. I wish I did actually buy the white one, I'm not gonna lie. My friend has a black one, and it gets dinged up really bad, like hardcore. Like you can see it from a distance, like that his is all dinged up. I mean, that's it. That's if it's up to you. That's if that's your thing, as they say. If you like your stuff all pretty and stuff, but you know, when you're a vapester and it's in your pocket, you drop it, you do whatever you do. Flips with it, I don't know whatever you do with this thing. All right, man. So that's pretty much all I got. So we'll send it off. That's what I need to do too. I need to make another video, man, on the how to blow O's. I feel like my first video absolutely sucked. So like always, we're gonna send it off. Not this, but we're gonna send you guys off with the final vape, as they say. So please leave any comments in the description. I would be sure to comment back to you guys. I'm not one of those YouTubers, at least, that, you know, like you spam their YouTube message on the video and they just never respond because they're like, oh, I'm too good for that. But man, I tell you, I will respond to you guys, please. You can leave a thumbs up or share, whatever you got to do about the review. That'd be really helpful, and I'll be sure to reply on the comments.